When you plan your day, you don't think, accomplish everything. You break it into tasks. But here's the puzzle. Why does your brain automatically know how to break big problems into small ones, while your GPS can't? When you ask Siri for directions, it gives you the whole route. You then break it mentally. Why can't it do that automatically? Let's think about how you actually solve big problems. You want to learn guitar. That's too vague. So you break it down, learn finger placement, learn chords, learn rhythm, learn songs. Still too vague. Learn finger placement becomes exercises to build calluses, muscle memory drills, practicing transitions between finger positions. Even more specific, muscle memory drills becomes 10 minutes of scales daily. Record yourself to identify mistakes. Add one new transition per day. Each time you break the problem down, it becomes doable. But here's what's weird. You did this automatically, without training. How does your brain know the right way to break things down? And more importantly, why doesn't AI do this naturally when AI is supposed to be solving problems? The answer involves something called a goal tree. And once you understand goal trees, you'll see them everywhere. You might think breaking problems down is obvious, but it's not. Let me show you why. Say your goal is get to NYC from Boston. You might break it down. Drive to I-95. Drive south on I-95. Exit in NYC. Navigate to destination. Sounds reasonable. But what if you're broke? Or your car is broken? Or there's a hurricane on I-95? Each constraint changes the decomposition entirely. Now say your goal is become a doctor. The breakdown involves get good grades, study for MCAT, apply to medical schools, do residency. Each sub-goal depends on others. Some must happen in order. Some can happen in parallel, like working while you study. The real problem: there are many ways to break down a goal, and the right way depends on your constraints, your priorities, and hidden dependencies. A bad breakdown leaves you stuck. A good breakdown makes the impossible possible. This is actually a deep problem in computer science called problem decomposition or hierarchical planning. There's real mathematics about how to optimally decompose problems. That's beyond what we can explore here, but it's a field where even AI systems struggle. So how do you find a good breakdown? Here's how goal trees actually work. Let me use a concrete example. Get to MIT from home in Boston. Level 1, the root goal. Get to MIT. Level 2, sub-goals. This breaks into 3 sub-goals that all must happen. 1, get to train station. 2, buy ticket. 3, board train. We call this an AND node. You need all of these. Level 3, further decomposition. Get to train station decomposes. You could walk to the curb and hail a taxi, call an Uber, or walk directly. We call this an OR node. You need only one of these options. Level 4, primitive actions. Walk to curb breaks down into open door, walk down hallway, exit building. These are actions you can actually do. The full tree solves the problem. Start at root, find sub-goals, check if doable, decompose further, check alternatives, and assemble the solution. Trees let you identify dependencies, explore alternatives, parallelize tasks, and backtrack intelligently if one option, like a taxi, fails. In a real-time strategy game, the computer's goal is win the game. This decomposes into defend base, build army, and attack enemy. The AI traverses this tree thousands of times per second, constantly reevaluating which branch is most promising. It's how it makes complex decisions. Another example, making coffee. Goal, make coffee. You get to the kitchen, fill the kettle, heat water, prepare the cup, and combine everything. You do this unconsciously every morning. Your brain knows the dependencies and how to recover if you're out of grounds. You just make tea instead. But here's where it gets tricky. Goal trees work great for well-defined problems, but real life is messier. Like when goals conflict, getting to MIT fast and cheap. Then there are circular dependencies, like needing experience for a job, but a job for experience, or unknown sub-goals you forgot to plan for. And the environment changes. You're halfway through when a flight is canceled. Now your tree is obsolete. This is why AI still struggles with real-world scenarios. Remember the puzzle? Why can't your GPS break down planning like your brain? You evolved over millennia to solve survival problems. Your brain is a master decomposer. Once you understand goal trees, you see problem solving clearly. Take a big goal, break it into sub-goals, keep breaking down until you hit things you can do today. Solve the primitives, assemble back up, and you've solved the impossible. This is where real intelligence lies, figuring out which tasks matter and how they connect. Next time a problem feels impossible, remember, draw your goal tree, find the sub-goals, and suddenly the impossible becomes a list of doable things. See you next time.